Welcome to the Predicted 11. Now listen, thank you very much for all the comments and views that we've been getting. We've been blown away by it already, considering it's just a wooden table and some cardboard.
A couple of cards, a bit of Velcro.
And a bit of Velcro stuck on by electrical tape. Unbelievable, right? I mean,
We don't need much.
We don't need much, you know. Maybe one day we might get a pillar if we continue to go as we're going.
Yeah.
You know, maybe get some heating on in the place would be very nice as well. Like,
Or a sponsor.
Or a sponsor, you know. But at the moment we ain't got that. But what we have got is you making fantastic comments and all that. So while we're getting the views, while we're getting the comments, we will continue doing the show. And listen, before we get into what we're doing against Wolves, big up to Matt, who predicted, and that's why he's here, the predicted 11. You put Norgard in at centre-half. Congratulations, that is, you know.
Thank you.
I don't think that's going to be beaten for a while.
No, it was a good, look, put Norgard in at centre-half. I saw a vision. Like I said, he fits the profile. I don't even think I think he should be in this sort of category, maybe. Because that was his best performance in an Arsenal shirt at the back.
Yeah.
Visionary.
And do you know what? I'm sitting on the watch-along, minding my own business, my phone bleeps, and it's Pinkers. I told you it was Norgard at centre-half. I thought, so I was going to bring a trumpet so you could blow it a day, like blow your own trumpet sort of thing. Like. But what an hit. I've got to say,
thank you.
What a hit that was. And that's why we're here, because it's not always, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
obvious.
Set in stone.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes
you've got to make a couple of rogue predictions.
A rogue prediction. That was a rogue prediction.
That was a rogue one.
You know, I didn't see coming, so well done.
I've got another rogue one coming for you.
You've got another rogue one?
No, not just yet, but we'll get onto it.
Right, you know, so, listen, we got away with one and all. Well, research is a big thing in what we do, like, and we didn't research Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, but we knew that.
But we knew that but we had a little bit of inside info that he was being swapped over, like, you know.
Yeah. We got a little bit lucky.
We got away with it. We got lucky with that one, like, you know. So we apologise for that, because there was a few comments saying I was there. But
couple of wise guys.
But I do believe that Gabby played on Wednesday night in the Champions League. So we was proved right.
Exactly. And he was sharp.
Sharp. I thought he was going to say something else here, but he was sharp.
He was sharp. But what's coming up next?
What's coming up? Well, games come thick and fast, as we say, like, you know, after a very, very good 3-0 win, good performance, good win. I don't think you can get better than that as far as easy, comfortable Champions League nights, still top of the league, 6 out of 6. We go on to Wolves, and I think this is a massive game. And I got, after what happened against Villa, back into league action, got to set out a statement. Got to be a big win. It's got to be, for me, players showing that yeah, it weren't nice to lose, but we can get over that and move on quickly.
Yeah.
So, big game. And a little bit of discussion. I'm going to talk about that as we go along. Like, but first of all, goalkeeper, I don't think there's I thought he was brilliant, by the way, last night.
Brilliant.
A couple of fantastic saves in that game.
And I think that the reason that he played, this might, look, I don't want to be a conspiracist here. I think that he played because Arteta wants him to get used to playing with some other defenders in case Gabriel and Saliba are out for a little bit longer than we may think.
Yeah, well, I think that they are.
You did say that, didn't you?
Yeah, so
seems like it was just a knock.
No knock.
Nah, probably ripped the hammy off his bone, like you say.
Well, I don't so much as say that, but like, you know, a couple of days is a couple of days in my world. In Arteta's world, a couple of days is weeks.
Yeah.
And like, we haven't seen him since Chelsea now, which will be 2 weeks.
Yep.
This weekend.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So if it is a hamstring of any sort of injury, the minimum's 3. So I don't expect him to be coming back. Like, it ain't a kick or anything like that. Like,
no.
You know what I mean? And so I think we're going to have to go with this team without him.
Let's go right back, and I want to give a special mention. I think he's been absolutely superb. I think
three games now, been brilliant in all 3. Looks sharp, fit, doesn't look weary.
and gets the best out of his right winger.
You could say that as well, like, yeah, because, that's a great point. He makes good runs, doesn't he, to back it all up.
Yep. Look at every game he's played in, the right winger has either scored or assisted. Going forward, I believe that he's the best right back on the planet. But I think going forward, I prefer Ben White. Going forward, he's superb. He's got the link-up play with Odegaard. He's got the link-up play with the right winger. He's got a brilliant delivery, which Timber, that's probably his only weakness, is his delivery isn't the best. Ben White's got that. And for him to be out for as long as he's been, not in the team, sitting on the bench, we know he's not the biggest fan of football either, so that must hurt him quite a lot. That's the reason he didn't even go to the World Cup with England, because he didn't even want to watch it.
Yeah.
So for him to come right back in after a lot of injury problems as well, big credit to Ben White.
Yeah, and I also think, these last 3 games has proved that, look, don't forget about me. He was a good player before the injuries, and I think that he's come in now and done exactly that. He's proved what a good player he is.
Yeah.
Very rarely does he ever get skinned. I know you go on about Timber as a good defender, and he is, and we've been quality Timber.
Yeah.
But when Ben White comes in and he's at his best, when he's fitness, and I don't see a lot of players taking him on and beating him neither. No. You know what I mean? So
I think he does a really good job at frustrating the opposition as well. If you notice, what really frustrates players in football is when they come to the ball and you just pass it as they're about to intercept it or tackle it. And he invites that pressure, draws them out, and then he'll just quickly release it, and that really frustrates players.
Yeah.
And he's very good at that.
He's very good at that. So he's in.
CB pairing.
Yeah, bit of a worry about that. I don't know how you felt about this. Travelled and then didn't even get on the bench. I don't know what all that was about. If it was, do you think he might have done something in the morning, tested something out, and it didn't quite?
Wouldn't rule it out.
You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit worried about that.
There is also a super flu going around.
Yeah, so maybe but he was sitting on the side, wasn't he, watching the game?
I think he's fine.
So I think he's fine. So have you got a thought of just maybe turning that around like that, or are you quite happy with that?
I'm quite happy with that because, like I said, especially in a game like this where they're gonna be sitting on the edge of their 18-yard box for 90 minutes. So going forward, I think Ben White's better, like I said, and I want more attacking options on the pitch. And Timber, he's good enough to sit back and defend a potential counter whenever there is.
I'm going to throw something out here, you know what I mean? Would you, or say you, or would Mikel be tempted to play a back three, go 3-5-2 in this game?
Ooh. I think could be tempted. Don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
I think that maybe will happen when we've got the ball. He'll go for a free back, and then when we don't have the ball, he'll set back in.
Right.
For a
okay.
forward.
So
yeah,
I'll get that. So these will come across a little bit like
and
Lewis Skelly going.
Lewis Skelly, yeah. Skelly in midfield.
They're going to get him. Well, there was an opportunity of playing him in midfield.
That go on. Bit of pull.
Bit of power. Didn't do it. Went with him at left back. So that tells me that he's going to play left back.
Calafiori is, of course, out.
The
Research has been done.
Research.
Many people wouldn't have known that.
No, I don't think many people would have known that, but there you go. So, Miles Lewis Skelly comes in there.
Special mention, I thought it was good yesterday as well.
I thought he done, well. Listen, I think he's going to be a very good player for us.
Yeah.
4 games now he started, 4 different partners. I think that you have to take that into consideration. I think that he's not looked as cool and calm as the other 2, but, as people have correctly said, nor did Gabriel when he first got into the team.
Yep.
So you're going to have to expect a couple of little mistakes, a bit rash here and there, but ultimately looks the part. I don't expect him to be that busy, but I think recovery runs and pace he's got in abundance. So, and at the moment, doing a good job, you know what I mean? So that's the back 4.
Not being funny, this is a great back 4. But how have we ended up like this?
Well,
before Christmas.
This is what I'm saying.
It was Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. How has this happened?
So basically, they're all out, apart from Timber.
I don't get it. Imagine saying at the peak, we were at our peak in October. I think we won every game in October or November, was it?
Yeah.
Can't remember. Imagine saying this was going to be our defence in December.
Well, it is.
It is.
And do you know what's fortunate about it to a certain degree? We've got Wolves and then we ain't got a midweek game.
Yeah.
And the next game against Everton, I'm going to be really honest. I don't think that's strong enough for Everton away. I think we're going to have to hope that one of them comes back. But
Well, he'll be back.
Calafiori will be back, yeah. You know, it's good that he's going to have a few days rest now, Calafiori, like, you know what I mean? So,
Can I ask a question? Is it bad and is it arrogant that I've already counted this as a win? This Wolves game.
no, because they've got 2 points at this moment in time. If you're going to win titles or challenging for titles, you have to beat Wolves at home. If you're going to win top 4 race, you've got to beat Wolves at home.
Yeah.
I think, you know, listen, there's always a chance that these teams can get a result and all that. Like, but listen, we played Bruges, who are a better team than Wolves, and just, you know, like, beat them quite comfortably. They did have a few chances though, so this is what I'm going to say. We still have to be wary of what we've got. The other thing is we're at home at the Emirates, and I think that, you know, listen, it'd be a total disaster if we don't win this game.
Oh God, I don't even say that.
It'd be like that will be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, don't even say that.
So don't even say that. So, and I think we've gone past that stage now where those results like that. I'm fully confident in what we've got as a starting 11 on the bench to get the job done. So
Midfield's an interesting one. Now, I think that yesterday he started because he's not going to start on Saturday.
I'm with you on that, like. So I'm going to go. So we're going Christian Norgard. We're going to go for that again. I am.
You're going Norgard?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Interesting. I wasn't going to, but we'll put him here. Explain to me why.
Because I think that you're right with Zubimendi. Zubimendi needs a rest.
Yeah.
The one thing that he might go with Zubimendi in this game instead of him is that we've got a week off after this, so he can have 3 or 4 days off. So he may look at it and go like that. But I was also interested that you're 3-0 up and he continued to carry him playing for 90 minutes. So could he just say, right, you know, you get 90 minutes this game and then you don't play for 10 days? I don't know. This is a tricky one for me, what to do with Zubimendi.
I think you start with him on the bench because I'll put him back.
Go on, then
this would be my prediction.
And then take Zubimendi off if we're winning.
I think this is what he'll do. Well, I'll put him back up there.
Yeah.
I think it'll go him. I think it'll go him. I think it'll go him. All out attack.
I was going to put these two in. They're definite starters for me.
Yeah. Do you play deck?
No.
No. See, I don't disagree. However, I want to see him starting every game. Do you know what?
Before you put these two down, these are the two that I was going to play.
But then again, I ask you, as this is your show, is this what you want to see, or is this what you think Arteta will do? Because I think he will start. I think this will be what Arteta does.
Right, okay.
Because I think that this is an opportunity. I did a preview beforehand.
I'm going to say that. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
Or Norgard in there, but
I don't know if that's strong enough. You know, he's not going to defend. Obviously, these two can defend.
It's going to be like it's going to be. This game's going to be defensive versus attack.
Yes, correct.
So,
but then you got to be careful on the counter. Has he got the legs to keep up? He obviously is not.
Yeah, I think that's why you've got these guys in there. Like, I know what you're saying, but like, do you want to be? For me, what we've got to play Declan Rice against Wolves to assure of a win.
Was Rodri playing against Wolves when they were going for the league? Of course he was.
Yeah, but like, I think there's. Look, listen, we go with it. We go with Declan. I don't want to see him, but
I'd love to see him. I think he's a joy to watch.
I know he's your favourite,
but he's
my favourite as well. But I want to see him at Everton, fully powered up again,
fully recharged.
Fully recharged, and like that. Like I get what you're saying because we haven't got a game in midweek, so we can play this game and then he can have a little bit of a break.
It is rogue. This is not what I'm predicting, but what I would like to see, just one day, I would like to see him in the 10. I think that he's got all the capabilities of shining as a number 10.
Yeah, I do.
He's creative. He's strong. He's got unbelievable balance.
And he wouldn't be able to be doubled up a lot more and all that, like, you know. But
have more space, can have a shot from distance. Just putting it out.
Yeah, and I'm not. I think maybe he could end up playing here at one stage, but you know, Drew, that's a difficult one there. You've made me think again now. Who are you going on the right hand side? I'm with you on that, but I don't think he will.
Really?
Yeah.
What message does that send to Noni, though?
Yeah, well, I think he was brilliant. The last couple of games he started, he's done really, really well. And I think, again, like with Declan, these are our two most important players. If we can rest them against teams like Wolves, I think it gives us better further down the line.
Get him on. Get him on the bench. Norgard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Because rest is key.
Yeah.
And we've got through this hurdle now. It's over. It's not over because there's more games to come, but that tricky period that we had, what was it, 6 games in
and against tough opposition as well.
Opposition.
You know, that should be... And listen, we brought in 4 games like this so that Declan and that can have a rest and all that.
That's very true.
Listen, they're on the bench, whatever happens, you know, and if it ain't happening, it ain't happening.
But I counter it, right? Devil's advocate here. Games like this is where you send a statement to the rest of the league. Look, Wolves are shocking. There's no beating around the bush. Their manager would admit that. Their players and the fans would admit it. So I'm not trying to disrespect them. They've been shocking this year. This is where you go out and you win 5 or 6-0, like champions do. Go and batter them. Yeah. Get the confidence up. So that if that was to happen, I would put Bukayo in there, get him a couple of goals or an assist. I'd put Rice in there. I'd start a strong team to get the confidence up.
Right, well, let's do that then, if that's what you think's going to...
Do you think Arteta is...
I think Arteta will. I think Arteta will. I think that he'll play Saka.
Okay.
I think he'll play Saka. And if he's going to play Saka...
Then he's going to play Rice.
He's going to play Rice. All right? So...
We can't make our mind up.
No, well, this is what we want. I want to see a little bit more rotation. The one thing that I will... understand if he does play these guys is that they haven't got a game on the midweek. So you're actually like, say for Rice, it will be 10 days before he plays at Everton. Is that too long a period to have a break? Well, I don't know. That's the only question that I've got on it, like, you know.
I think the reason that he might start strong, is because, like we said, we know how Wolves are going to set up. They're going to sit back and they're going to make it ugly for us. And it's very important that we score 1, 2, or even 3 in the first half. Because if it's half time and it's 0-0, and you've got players on the bench that should have started, it's a little bit more tricky for them to get into the game. So if we start strong, nick a goal in the first 10, maybe nick another goal in the half, and we're 2-0 up, then we can afford to take him off. Then we can afford to bring Noni on. So I think it might be important that we start strong. 45 minutes or an hour is not going to ruin him for Everton.
No. So yeah, I'll go along with that, like, you know. So, and if we're putting Saka in, you've got to say the same about Declan Rice. Really,
yes,
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So I think it's important that we start a strong team, go 2 or 3 up, please God.
But I wouldn't be disappointed if either him or him were in there.
No,
I wouldn't be.
We haven't even given him a mention.
No.
Because I could see him starting as well.
Well, he would start there instead of Eze, but we've gone for, because it's a low block team, we're going with 2 sort of number 10s in this game, like, you know what I mean? I think that, hasn't necessarily worked all the way, but this is the time when we need it. The last game we played, when it was a sort of team like this, he played Odegaard and Eze together, and he got injured, didn't he? And
Shoulder, West Ham it was.
And he brought on Wanyeri, so I think that he will go with that again, like, you know.
Left wing.
Well,
got some options. You could go him. You could go him. You could go him. You could go him.
yeah, well, I'm going him.
Okay.
I thought he was not brilliant on Wednesday, but I thought he done enough to say, you know, goal and everything like that to do that. The one thing against him is the low block.
Yeah.
But he's got to have a good game. So you could go out there with Eze in this game here and a Marino in this role. But I'll be disappointed if Martinelli's not playing. I think that, you go in a Champions League game, score a very, very good goal, and I know people are going to come back at me and go, Nonny.
I don't know how we don't start Nonny, Lee. I think it's incredibly disrespectful. He had his moment yesterday. That was an unbelievable goal.
But he's up against Saka. You know what I mean?
But
so there's a difference there. Where Martinelli's got nothing. Trossard, we're saying, is injured. Jesus is coming back from injury. And then if you want to be like, you're going to put, are we shoehorning players into position? Like Nonny, I've seen him in the left-hand side before, been not as effective on the right. He's a right-sided player, but are we going to start catering here, or are we going to do things properly, like, you know what I mean, and shoehorn players in? I think at the end of the day, we made the mistake last week by putting Eze there. We were shoehorning, let's be honest. We was doing it ourselves. Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So I'm going away from that now, like. He either plays in that position there or Marino plays there.
Yeah.
And it's the same here, I'm sorry. It's either Saka or Madueke, in my opinion, like, Rice or Zubimendi.
I mean, it's not we're complaining, but it's unbelievable how many options we've
got options
given we've
there.
got an injury crisis going on as well.
We've got an option there, like, you know what I mean? So
it's just, I think do you know what I like about this man, right? He is so direct. He's always looking to get forward. Always. He's electric. And what I also like about him is he's not scared to have a shot.
Right, so where would you play him?
You don't score.
So where would you play him then?
I'd bring him on. I'd put him on the bench and I'd bring him on for an impact like we did against Brentford.
All right, and I'll ask you the question now, like, right? You put him out there, Nonny scores another 2 goals against Wolves, right? Who are you bringing back against Everton?
Oh, don't do this to me, Lee.
Or are you saying, right, this is the game for Wolves?
I'll bring Saka back for Everton.
All right.
Simply because Saka is our franchise player. He is our core. He is, I'm not going to say undroppable, because I don't think anyone apart from him is undroppable, but listen, you start Saka in a big game.
Yeah. I'm with you. I would play Nonny. I'd play Nonny and I'd leave Saka out to Everton. I would do that.
What I was saying on the preview before, right, is last night's a perfect example of, we don't do this in the league enough. Have a fucking shot.
Yeah.
Have a pop. Because every player on this pitch is capable of scoring from 30 yards, 25, 20 yards. And he showed that, and he showed that. Test the goalkeepers. What's the worst that happens? It goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah.
Or if you don't score, you might get a corner, or it might parry it. The keeper might parry it, and it might hit Gyökeres off the mouth, like we were saying.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Have some shots.
By the way, he done well when he come on.
Yeah,
no shout.
Look good. He's realistically, he's not going to start, is he?
Okay.
He looked very upset that he didn't score. I would have liked for him to score.
Yeah, a couple of good saves from the keeper. Though. Right. Elephant in the room. Or is it an elephant in the room?
Well, he starts.
I
we need
believe
to talk about him.
it's out of these two. There's your choices. Still not available. Definitely available now, and we'll hopefully get minutes.
Let me have a little monologue, right? Said it before. Let's not beat around the bush. It's not gone to plan so far. He knows that. We know that. Arteta knows that. Everyone knows it. The most important thing is he knows it. But now is the time where we go by our club motto, victory through harmony, right? We all need to be behind him. We all want him to do well.
Yeah.
We can have these conversations in the living room with our mates saying, oh, he's this, he's that. But like I said, people here have worked very hard to build a platform, and this platform matters. A lot of people take their opinions from this platform and what you say and what Laurie and Robbie says. We need to be backing him 100% because it translates from channels like this onto the pitch, into the stadium. We all need to be behind him. We all want him to do well. And it's games like this where when he comes out, we need to give him a big cheer because he ain't got the confidence. He hasn't got that confidence. He's not the main man like he was at Sporting. He's come into a team that are doing very well and he's not keeping up with everyone else. But we know what he can do. There's evidence of it. 97 goals in 102 games. There is evidence that he knows how to score goals. And we have a responsibility, I think, as fans, as a club that is pushing on all four fronts, we have a responsibility to get behind all of our players. We know it hasn't gone to plan yet, but do not lose patience on him, is what I'd say.
And I'm with you on that. He starts.
He starts,
and this is where it starts for him. By the way, this is a massive, massive game. He has to come. He has to play well in this game. And I'm not saying so. And I will refrain from saying he's got to score because it's important that he plays well. Because if he plays well, the goals will come.
Yeah.
All right. But he's got his hold-up play's got to be better than what it has. He's running and that, and he's got to look dangerous. The one criticism I've got of him from Wednesday night was that he never looked dangerous. He never looked like scoring. Yeah. He's got to look like scoring.
Yeah.
So it's up to this guy, and this guy to help him as well.
100%.
And the point was made on the Forever earlier on. No coincidence that he starts up front. These two score the goals.
Very
so
true.
there is that like, but he must perform better. But for me, if you're leaving him out for him. And this is you know how I feel about Mourinho at this moment in time. That is a kick up the old goalies for him when you're playing bottom of the league. Bottom of the league, you should be going to him. Fill your boots today.
Yeah.
All right? That's when you fill your boots.
Yeah.
Hat-trick. I've said it.
Hat-trick would be huge for him.
Hat-trick. That needs to be going home with the ball tucked under his arm.
I agree.
That is it for me.
And if it ain't, I want to know why.
It ain't on, we want to know why. No, and I think it's putting no pressure on him, but more importantly, I put a little bit of pressure on. You've got to get a hat-trick, minimum 3 goals, Victor, and a man of the match performance.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're out. No, you're not out, but you know what I mean. Like that, for me, is important that he plays, and I think the manager needs to back him as well.
I've noticed how you've changed to the hand from the fingers.
Yeah, because they're hurting, like, you know. So I would still say I'm happy with Melo. I'd still say that I'd want someone else in there.
Yeah.
But I think that, listen, that's the team.
Special mention?
Gabby, I thought he was sensational when he came on. And I think in the last 20 minutes of this game, hopefully we're winning it quite comfortably. He can come on. But even if it's a tight game, he could be one that could unlock the door.
He looked super sharp yesterday. And this is the question that I will ask when it comes to Gyökeres. Is I keep hearing we're not playing to his strengths. And then I ask, well, what are we playing him for then? That's the only thing
well, that's right, you know what I mean? And that's when Mourinho will come into the play, like, you know.
If we're not playing to his strengths, then why is he playing?
Yeah. Listen, he is the centre forward. He is the one that we've bought to score goals. You're playing bottom of the league. As much as he's been doing, he comes in either in this position here. We've gone with Eze, listen, he's lucky to be in the team if it is the case. He's got to prove it now, like, you know. Fantastic against Spurs, and that's why I think I'm with him at this moment in time. But he needs to have, if he's coming into it, he needs to have a performance here.
Yeah, a bit of magic, which we know he's capable of doing.
Didn't get on Wednesday. He needs to perform. If he doesn't perform, you know what I mean, I expect him to come on there. And I don't know what you know, Eze Miles will go down the old club shop and get a nice tracksuit because he'll be wearing it a lot.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, is no one apart from him is safe in this squad. Everyone's position is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. Because if you don't perform, which I back him to do, then he comes in. If you don't perform, then he comes in. If you don't perform, then he comes in.
Yeah.
No one's safe.
No one is safe.
And like you
he's
say,
got to get better, by the way. I think he's done okay in his last couple of games, but okay, I'll continue to say it, okay is not good enough. Right? So I'm expecting a big game from him, and Gyökeres as well. They're the three main guys I want to see. Like, you know,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of pressure on Martinelli because he's not nailed down the position. But listen, you've got 2 or 3 games now with Trossard not being. Once you've had a recurrence of an injury and all that puts you back another couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't think he should be rushed back at all.
No.
We've got no Dalman no more. So these guys now are important. It was interesting that Wanyeri come on and played as a wide player as well. So there may be a little bit of thinking that he could become as one of the wide players. So there's options.
Yeah.
There's
What are you going
options.
for? Score prediction?
4-0.
4.
That's what
Hat-trick.
I want. Yeah, hat-trick, 1.
Okay.
I want him to get hat-trick, either him or him to score. I would actually love Odegaard to score just to stop a bit of criticism for him, like, you know.
Well, if we get a penalty, I think he'll take it.
If Saka's not on the pitch,
I think he'll take it. I think they'll do what they did with Havertz at Bournemouth. Give him a bit of confidence. Get
So-
used to putting the ball in the back of the net, Victor.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
We all want
game.
you to do
We
well.
all want him to do well. I am confident that he will do, like, you know. And if he scores on Saturday, you'll hear me from here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you that now, like, you know what I mean? Because I think we as a team need him to be scoring goals. Just to, you know, we win 3-0 on Wednesday, and people are saying, "Oh, Victor didn't play well." Victor, we won 3-0. You know, if we go and beat Wolves 4-0, he doesn't score. Oh, Victor didn't score. Victor, we don't want that pressure building and building. We want it to be relaxed going into the Christmas period. He needs to score goals. We all know that. Do the job. He needs to create and play better, and our captain needs to be at a better, higher standard than what he has.
Love that, Lee.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good predicted 11.
That concludes business for
That
today.
concludes
like,
it.
you
We'll
know
get
what I
another,
mean?
what,
So-
250,000
So
views?
there we go, like, you know. So listen, thanks for the comments. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back towards the end of next week because we ain't got a midweek game, like, you know. So there you go, like, you know, no midweek game this week.
Come on, Arsenal. Put a
Come on,
statement
Arsenal.
out. Smack them.
Let's do the business, and we'll see you next time. Take care.